We will now continue with part 2 of our presentation. A quotation from the resource which helps demonstrate the person-centered approach is, "The ways in which we manage classrooms are thus open to renewed debate and discussion, and the lived experience of practitioners and learners needs to be acknowledged as a part of this dialogue." This resource challenges teachers and educators to look into the idea of classroom management further than just how it is done in the classroom. It asks educators to take a critical lens and examine the many factors which influence this idea of classroom management. Tony Wright's text also shows how the concept of classroom management and its appearance in classrooms changes across cultures and across regions where the purpose of education are defined differently. We've included some images to help demonstrate some of these differences across cultures. We will now delve a little deeper into the different sections of classroom management in language education. First, we must reiterate that this resource is not a how-to manual. It was never written with the intention of becoming a tool to be used in initial teacher training classrooms. It is to be used with the understanding that the teacher has at least some experience in the field of education. It is a text drawing connection between research and practice. While it discusses a practical issue, classroom management, highly relevant to teachers' pedagogical content knowledge, it does not provide practical advice or activities, but rather draws on classroom research and teacher experience. This resource is divided into 4 parts: issues and themes, practices, research, and resources. The first section of the material is the longest, 9 chapters. The themes and issues discussed run from classroom context, institutional and pedagogical models' influence on classroom management, to issues of participation and effective influences on management. The next 4 chapters, which are dedicated to practice and action, cover the management of time and space, engagement and participation, as well as a final chapter dedicated to case studies as examples of a new direction in classroom management research. Section 3 presents issues in researching classroom management. Here you can find information on the purpose, procedure, and process of educational research. Other topics include classroom ethnography, discourse analysis, and socioculture analysis of specifically classroom management. This section also provides a lengthy list of areas which need to be continue to be investigated in classroom management. An example of this would be the effects of classroom research on classroom activity and of formal education on classroom management practices. Finally, there is a section with a list of materials and resources in the field of classroom management, including books, journals, professional associations, and websites with brief descriptions of each. The content, though highly academic and research-based, is accessibly organized using concept, quote, and field note text boxes, diagrams, charts, transcripts from interviews with teachers and classroom interactions, as well as lists for suggested reading.
Created using Powtoon.